Live from American University, this is DWC Now with Alexis Arnold and Kiera Witham.
Hi, I'm Alexis Arnold.
And I'm Kiera Witham, and you are watching DWC Now.
Most high school students who participate in Discover the World of Communication are involved in the program for 1 year. However, there are 4 American University students who have returned to the program as teachers' assistants. Jeremy Shapiro talked to one of the returning campers.
As a camper, I really loved doing all the after-hour activities. They were so fun. We did the museum and the zoo, and it was my first time really doing all those touristy things that you do in DC. And I also met a lot of great friends during the camp.
As a camper, before her senior year in high school, Kristen took the broadcast journalism and script writing and video production classes. She then went on to declare her major in broadcast journalism during her freshman year at AU. This summer, Kristen is the TA for the broadcast journalism class.
Being a TA, you have a lot more responsibility, obviously. We organize a lot of your activities. We pretty much organize everything. We have to stay up later, wake up earlier than the students, and just sort of be in charge of you guys, which is a lot more responsibility than when you're a student. When you're a student, your only goal is to just have fun, go to camp, everything's set up for you. But as a TA, you're sort of the behind the scenes, and it gets a little stressful, but it's super fun. It's really cool to have both perspectives. Obviously, I was a student in the class, so I got to do everything you guys get to do, which helps me understand more how to teach you guys and what advice I can give you to make your work better than what my work was.
Thanks, Jeremy. Maybe in the future I can come back and be a TA just like Kristen.
America is known for its opportunities. Students all over the world come here to further their education and to create relationships with others. Reporter Malika Sinha will now take us into the world of international students at American University.
The students of DWC come from far and wide. They range from Turkey to Canada. As we look closer at the participants of DWC program, we find that many of them later apply to American University. AU is home to precisely 1,300 international undergraduate students.
When we're looking at students, we're looking at students from over 150 different countries around the world who speak a variety of languages, who come from very, very different educational systems. So planning ahead is an important part of the process. DWC is a great program. We promote that program outside the United States when we visit different schools and speak with students who are maybe at that time 10th graders or 11th graders and tell them, hey, if you want to have a great 2 or 4 week experience at AU, here's an opportunity.
Well, I came because I've always wanted to be a journalist, and so I decided to come because of the wonderful opportunities here for the profession that I want to be in, especially broadcast journalism. So I want to see if broadcast journalism really is for me, and so far I'm loving it.
Hello, Kukandet. Mi name is Megan.
Hola, bienvenidos a American University.
The international student population is growing, and AU has embraced them with open arms. So from the people of AU, gracias, merci, gracias, salamat. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Malika, for such a great encounter with the international students of AU. AU is known for accepting people of all cultures by looking deep into the students' progress and talents instead of their standardized test scores.
American University has taken precautions to ensure student and faculty safety on campus after several incidents that occurred. For more on this story, let's head to our reporter Justin Gick, who's on the main quad with the details.
Good afternoon, I'm Justin Gick. I'm here on American University's campus to talk to students and staff about these emergency boxes, how they work, and how they feel about campus security. So, do you know how this emergency box works?
Yes, I do. If you are being attacked or feel in danger, you press emergency. The light turns on and, well, the lights are on at night, and public safety shows up.
And also, during your time here at American, how do you feel about public safety?
I feel they're pretty good. I've never had any complaints, so yeah.
Do you know how this blue box works?
I have no idea.
And during your stay here at American University, how do you feel about campus security?
I feel like it's really strong, and I felt pretty safe because I've seen lots of police officers and police cars, and I mean, I've never been in a situation where I should feel unsafe, and I've been here a few nights already, so I think it's pretty solid.
Do you know how this box works?
No.
And during your time here on American University campus, how do you feel about campus safety?
It's very safe, and I feel very protected.
Emergency blue box phones are all over the American University campus. If somebody feels insecure about their safety, they would just press the emergency button, which will activate a voice link with the campus safety dispatch center. Police officers will immediately respond. At the American University Public Safety Building right now, standing with some of the police vehicles used for patrolling the campus, we spoke to a lot of people today who knew how to use the emergency boxes and some that didn't. We did try to reach out to the American University Public Safety, but no one returned our phone call, and we are waiting to hear back for an interview. We are here at American University's Campus Police. Justin Gick for the DC Journal. Alexis, Kira.
Thank you, Justin. Knowing just how accessible these emergency blue light phones are should help us all feel safer. Don't go away. We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Wow, this coffee tastes great. Better than usual. Oh, so you noticed? It's really, really good. It tastes, I don't know, fresher than usual. Where'd you get it from?
I decided to splurge on the good stuff this week, so I went to the DAV.
Well, I'm glad you did. This is great. Thanks for being such a thoughtful roommate.
Glad you like it. So, you won't mind if my little brother comes for a visit?
As long as you keep bringing me coffee like this, he can visit as long as you want him to.
Thanks, Rumi. You're the best.
As long as I get a good cup of coffee, I am the best.
I was looking for Sam, but I can tell she was already here.
Yeah, she left about 15 minutes ago.
Well, it seems so she never left.
Hey guys, were you looking for me?
I was going to track you down by smell.
You're just jealous because I smell so good.
Seriously?
Sam, no kidding. That stuff is too overpowering.
But the commercial said that it would leave me with just fresh shower mist.
Maybe you should try this stuff. Ban unscented. We'll all be glad you did.
And we're back. Our next story is about how incredible it is that new technology is created every day. As time goes on, things that were once a fantasy become available to everyone. Let's go to Stephen McLeod for a glimpse into the future.
Printers. The idea immediately brings up the thought of a machine spitting out papers. But in modern times, we have new printers. Rather than spewing out papers of the days of old, 3D printers create anything from new phone cases to prosthetic limbs. American University recently purchased such a printer in order to enhance the student experience. We had a chance to sit down with an expert on the matter to learn more about this amazing technology.
Sure. My name is Joey Fons. I'm the technology services coordinator at the AU Library, and we are bringing the printer and showcasing it for the White House's initiative, the National Week of Making.
3D printing is the process of making three-dimensional solid objects from a digital file. It all starts by creating a virtual design in a 3D modeling program or by copying an existing object with a 3D scanner.
Or that students have different learning styles. Not everybody is a visual learner, not everybody is an audio learner. Some people learn by hands-on tactile feeling, and if you can print something that can be demonstrative to people, so it's a model that they can hold and it can literally let them grasp whatever concept they're trying to learn, that could be really beneficial to people.
We asked a student what they would use a 3D printer for.
As you can see, it's clear that this amazing technology can be used in a whole multitude of ways, from helping people in about a million ways to just making us laugh a little bit. This is Stephen McLeod from the American University Library. Back to you guys at the studio.
Thank you, Stephen, for that intriguing report about the 3D printer in the American University Library.
DWC Now isn't the only group of journalists on campus. News to Share is an up-and-coming news network that operates right here at American University. Katie Blanchet has the story.
News to Share is an up-and-coming news network founded by AU students Trey Yingst and Ford Fisher. News to Share prides itself on being on the ground floor of news and getting the real story. Trey Yingst gives us some insight on this exciting network.
People don't really care about the news, so we wanted to figure out some way to make people care about the news more, and for us that was News to Share. I think it's a new style of news. It's a type of news that people aren't used to. So the news is not always something that is exciting to look at or fun or enjoyable to look at, but it's important. So for me, memorable doesn't always have to be the most fun story that I covered, but it's the one that had the largest impact on me. And I think that covering the war in Gaza was just a whole different level of journalism for me, because it just got to the raw human emotion of people who were living in a conflict zone and couldn't get out. So as bombs were dropping, I was able to take my U.S. passport and leave and go home, but the people that I was interviewing were already home.
News to Share has covered stories ranging from the Ferguson case to the Baltimore riots to the war in Gaza. The network continues to gain followers through social media and by reaching out to other AU students. Since its founding in 2013, News to Share has become a daily news source with reporters stationed all over the world in places such as sub-Saharan Africa and Ukraine. Back to you in the studio.
Another unique aspect of News to Share is that their website offers a submission section. This means anyone can submit a story and receive full credit. If you would like to submit a story, visit their website. Thank you, Katie.
And for our last story, we go to a sport that might not be as popular as football, but has just as much contact. Chris Detweiler has the details on this story.
Even though it's summer, the AU wrestling team is still working hard, getting ready for another great season.
Just the age and maturity of our wrestlers is something that excites me, because once you've been through a couple of seasons, you have a much better idea of what to expect. You have a much better idea of how to prepare for the battles that we're going to go into, which can obviously lead to good results.
As a team, we're young. We had no seniors on the team, so it was definitely a good building year for us.
We'll have 2 seniors in our lineup, and we have 2 gentlemen that are transferring in that will be 5th-year seniors also. So we immediately change the makeup of our roster and our lineup.
Every wrestler has a reason to choose to participate in the tough sport of wrestling over any other sport.
I'm not so sure that I chose wrestling. I think wrestling chose me, you know. So wrestling brought that uniqueness that my size and my ability could be tailored because of the weight classes. And so it was just a natural fit and a natural progression for me.
I love the attitude about wrestling. It's just one-on-one sport. There's no one to blame but yourself if you don't go out there and win. But to me, there's no better feeling than going out there and getting your hand raised. And that attitude, I've taken that work ethic and applied it to my life, and I see how much better and everything I've gotten.
Good luck to the AU wrestlers in their upcoming season.
For Discover the World of Communications, I'm Christopher Detweiler. Now back to you in the studio.
It looks like Coach Moore is doing a great job popularizing the sport of wrestling. Thanks, Chris, for that interesting story.
I'm Alexis Arnold.
And I'm Kira Witham.
Thank you for watching DWC Now.